Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Monarchs and the Lions, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champions taking on the NFC champions, the Detroit Lions. It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go in Super Bowl 59.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Caught by St. Brown. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
You look at this Super Bowl, the second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know, but what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing Jones. On the move to his left.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal.
Swift is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
They'll run with Swift.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4 down?
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Lions are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
And I'm sure for these guys, the break from the conference championship to the Super Bowl seems so long. To get out here and score that first touchdown has to take some tension out of the game.
Oh, I love the point you just made about the gap between. Think about the pressure that is built in the interim. To come out and get the first points in the Super Bowl, fantastic for the team.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Play action. It's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They run with Richardson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Herbert.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 10. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now Jones.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Being chased out left.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Well, welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter two. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 28 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second in a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On the option to give to Swift here. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Sliding out of the pocket. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
Here's Swift. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Swift again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
On 4th down, Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick six here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On second down, Spiller looking for space.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have got the yard up to the 25.
Well, come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Going to throw on third down with Herbert.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that third down snap.
We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
After the sack on first down, Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on third and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Herbert on first down now. Drops it underneath to Spiller. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Jones will try and set up the screen to Swift. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss, because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. He's going to have the first down and more than that.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now Jones. A final shot before break. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them.
This is caught inside the 15. And a huge play that time. 68 yards.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Monarchs are on the board here in this Super Bowl.
Extra extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On second down, Swift. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Jones out to the flat, and that's caught. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Great job of tackling there to prevent the first down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
On first down, it's Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Richardson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Back to throw here, Herbert.
And that's complete to Trey McKitty, the tight end. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
It's a big play there. 43 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Richardson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now it's Herbert. Complete. Richardson has it.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Herbert now. He's got it. It's Spiller. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down. Trailing in the 4th quarter, they got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Here's Richardson. And now lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
And a quick throw here, that's complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
On 4th down, Herbert. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Lions will take over. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Jones to throw from his end zone. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
So pass interference, the call there, always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Swift going to try up the middle.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive, because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Herbert. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Herbert going to throw. Forced out to his left. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Throwing, Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game. The 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the 2nd quarter, but he had